Hello. You're tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Derrick Henry wants a new contract, and the Ravens look like they're making him wait. Look, guys, you know I'm honest about stuff. Honest. Very honest. I'm very, transparent with what I say. And I mean, what I say, I mean it. Derrick Henry, undoubtedly, I don't even understand how there could even be an argument to it, was the best closer last season. I repeat, Derrick Henry was the best closer in the NFL last season. And what that means is once the Ravens got up 10 points, they got that fourth quarter, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes to go. They said, Derrick, he said, yeah, smash. And he would just, and he would run the ball down the throats of the opposing team or the opposition. And he didn't just run it down their throats. He did it at such a clip that you were looking at somebody who can literally, you didn't have to, once you're up, you didn't have to look at your QB anymore. Take us home, Henry. We're going on home. And that was all she wrote. There was nothing more. I put out a stat the other day about garbage time rushing yards. And it was when the game is going away, right? Like 95% chance of winning. How much yards does the player got? I think Derrick Henry was like 700 yards or something like that out of his almost 2,000. It was like 1950 yards he got. And that was pretty much because once the Ravens got up, he would seal the deal. And there was nobody close to him in the NFL. Even Saquon couldn't close out games like Derrick Henry. And he would take the ball, bomb, 50 yards, he's gone. And you start looking like, he had 30 yards in the first half. He had 25 yards in the first half. By the end of the third quarter, he barely had 40 yards. And then all of a sudden, you look at the scoreboard, and he got 160 yards, 140 yards, 130 yards, 128 yards, multiple touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. It's like, are you serious? And now, you got Pro Football Talk came out and said the clock is ticking on a new deal for the Ravens running back, Derrick Henry, who is due only to make $7 million this season. Oh. That's a problem, guys. And I said all those things to show you why this is a problem. Derrick Henry is probably the best budget signing the Ravens have ever had. Think about what the other running backs went for during the past offseason, right? You see where Saquon, you saw what Saquon went for. You saw what's his name from the Raiders went for. Aaron's from the Packers, what he went for. Then you look at Derrick Henry and you're like, how much did he go for? And you're like, that's all? And they're like, okay, well, he'll be a good piece. They never expected him to be a masterful piece. A piece where now it's like you can't do without it. He's an integral part of this team. He's an integral part of this offense. You would be a fool to move on from him, and you do not want to get him mad to where he's not here in Baltimore. The problem that they're having now is Derrick Henry's posting workout after workout after workout. And I think that's his way of saying, look, I'm not diminishing, right? My skills are not diminishing at all. I'm not going nowhere. You understand where I'm coming from? You're going to get this output for the duration of the contract. And the Ravens, for some unknown reason, has just been, we see you, big dog, and that's all we've got from it. And I think that that's the wrong way to handle a Derrick Henry, because what he's done is he came in and been nothing but a proper professional, hard worker, an outstanding performer, and he has shown he's one of the leaders of this team. Undoubtedly so. I'm going to read this to you real quick. It said, at some point it needs to be more than a conversation. Henry has earned $1 million roster bonus, is due to make another $6 million in salary in 2025. That's it. That's peanuts. He signed a 2-year, $16 million deal in 2024. In hindsight, that was a great deal for the Ravens. He made only $9 million last year. So between the benefit the Ravens got in 2024 with the relatively low pay in 2025, Henry has every right to want more. The question becomes whether he'll show up for offseason workouts without a new deal. The bigger question is whether he'll get the new deal before the offseason workouts begin later this month. And that's where, look, guys, I don't like missing those workouts. Why? Because a lot of time when like running backs miss it, people that take a lot of hits, for some unknown reason, they get hurt. I don't know why. We've seen it with a lot of running backs. Like they're vacationing out in Fiji or whatever else it is till they get their pay. They come back, they get hurt, they're out, but they're secured because they got paid. And the next year they'll do good too. But they miss like a year based off injury. We're in such a tight window right now because of how the Ravens have situated themselves in the salary cap. We have to get this deal done now. There is no waiting. There is no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There's just a now. The Ravens got to get it done. There is no, like, bro, I want you to understand something. Derrick Henry, bro, was absolutely sensational. Sometimes people don't understand how sensational somebody is. You know, I've read off so many things when it came about Derrick Henry. It's undoubtedly, like, the stuff he was doing. He had one of the greatest Ravens seasons of all time, individually speaking. Y'all know that, right? There was more stuff that, oh my God, there were so many statistics that came out for Derrick, and you're like, man. Look at it. Every running back that had 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 plus rushing yards after contact last year. Derrick Henry had 1,572 yards after contact. That goes back to what I kept telling y'all about that O-line. He was doing this also because of Lamar, but he was doing this with a lot of times guys meeting him in the backfield because they were saying, look, we don't want to get his leg started. That's why the play action game was so deadly with the Baltimore Ravens, because they were like, we're shooting the gaps. We are not trying to see his feet get going. You know what it is to say you got 1,500 yards of yards after contact? That's crazy. He had 6 games with 150 plus total yards last season. 6. Only person over him last year was Barkley with 7. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, to put it into perspective. I don't want anybody to think, oh, it's a running back and whatever, and we can go and get somebody else, or Ashanti, John T is there, whatever his name is. I'm not saying that he won't be a star or anything else. Derrick Henry, the combination of him and Lamar is literally lightning and thunder. Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. That's what he is. It would be foolhardy to not sign him, give him some extra money, make him feel comfortable, make him feel happy, make him feel even more dedicated so that we can finish up the Super Bowl run and hopefully repeat. Because I want Henry here for at least the next 2 years. At least the next 2 years. That means this upcoming season and the next season. That at the minimum. I'm telling you, he's going to be producing at a high level during all those years. Then if you say, okay, we won, we got to cut some costs, we got this great rookie runner, then I'll be like, okay, we won 2, I get it. Unless we're like, we can run it back and try to three-peat, then it's like, nah, you bring that man back and you give him some extra money. They already said they want, the owner already said, I want to win now. That's how you win now. You pay your best players. And Derrick Henry is a top 3, top 4 player on this team, and it's not even for argument. It's nasty work, guys. The Ravens better hurry up. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Pay the man more money. Ridiculous. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Derrick Henry should get more money? Do you think the Ravens should have already done it? Or are you saying, well, you signed a deal, we got him for a discount, and that's all there is to it? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please, all right? But as always, that's episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we do what? facts, and truth. Please do remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And guys, if you would like, and please, to support and subscribe to the Wonder Kid Morning Show if you've not already done so. Yes, we're live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. To 10:30 a.m. And we talk about all hot topics in sports. And before we end, we always have a nostalgia moment where we shout out the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit of smiling for your day. So check it out. Be there or be squared. Okay? All right. Also, if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen, there's a QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wonder Kid Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wonder Kid Show. This show is not just signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.